Do you think there's an issue with funding into junior sport, like say for clubs? Do you think they get enough money for staff and to look after fields and?
I believe that most of the positions at Alex's soccer team are all volunteer, because we're always getting emails saying, can you volunteer to do work in the canteen? What they do in terms of reffing and funding for volunteers is that you pay X amount of dollars. What am I paying for you? Between 200 and 300, I don't know, it seems very expensive. But of that, if you do volunteer for the work, they take off $85.
Okay.
So that's what they call the volunteers levy. So that's how, for refs, people are funded that way.
Okay, is that through the?
That's all through the club.
Through the club. Okay,
Yeah.
right. The state government has brought in, I think, nearly $48 million worth of funding now,
Yeah.
which you can get $150, I think, like grant if you like apply. But I think it's only for privilege, like for people who are struggling financially.
Yeah. So it's means tested.
Yeah. So, and I think there's roughly 350,000 kids between 5 and 14 who are playing sport in Queensland.
Yeah.
Do you think like $150 grants is worth it, or should people be able to access more money?
Look, from what I understand, and again, I think you'd have to speak to other people, but I was talking to one of the mothers of the daughter on Tyler's team, and I think she was saying hockey was over $1,000. Now, so in that respect, soccer is quite cheap, though between the two, I know we were paying over $500, which I think is a lot of money.
Rowing is
No, but rowing's through school tie. That's funded through your school fees, so that's a bit different. But look, I mean, I like to think I don't have a problem with it being means test. I think that's incredibly important, and that everybody should have access, and inability to afford to play sports shouldn't be a reason for keeping people out of sports. But that being said, $150 is, even if let's for argument's sake say Alex's soccer is well, all things with soccer shirts, uniforms, let's say 300. Alright, so that's half of it. Still somebody, it doesn't, and then if as I was led to believe, other sports like hockey are more expensive, then I mean $150 is absolutely nothing. And but I don't know why these are so expensive. I think I have wondered, certainly, and this may be not where you're going with your question, why, when we pay so much money, what do you get? I mean, the coaches, if they get paid, it's minimal, isn't it? I'm not sure where the money goes to in these clubs.
That's what I was going to ask.
And it would be nice if they would tell us, because it seems to me there's a lot of money. It's not like we have access to a clubhouse.
So in your payment, so you pay up front, when you first sign up. Yeah. What is that, including jerseys?
No. We get socks. Socks. We get socks.
Socks are the big one, and soccer boots.
No, but we have to buy all the rest of the uniforms. The only thing that they get is socks. Yeah. And that's it.
Insurance.
I'm assuming yes, that would possibly be part of it. I hadn't actually thought about it. That's probably where a goodly portion of it goes, is into insurance. But that being said, I mean, it's got to be fairly minimal insurance, because I mean, we drive the kids. It's not like they're on buses, and I'm assuming that kind of liability would be covered by the parents.
Yeah, well.
And I mean, if say Alex was to get injured, he'd be going to the Wesley, and I'd be paying for it.
That's right.
So no, I don't actually know where now you're asking. I don't know where the money goes, quite frankly, and.
I mean, there's sort of, it seems like there's a lot going into clubs, but I've spoken to a few parents and they haven't said, but they don't know what they're paying for.
No, actually, I don't. Yeah, that would be interesting what we're paying for. No, not those delicious sausages we get each. I'm assuming again that they have a number of people that are employed, or if they're either employed full time. I don't honestly know.